seconds. Bryant for the win. Bang! Curry way downtown. Bang! Bang! Iguodala to Curry. Back to Iguodala. Up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James. LeBron James.
Anything's possible. Anything's possible!
Oh man, it is about that time. We back for the NBA playoffs, baby. You already know this. You already know. Back for round two. Talking about my predictions and stuff like that. But I did want to do a brief recap on the first round. Didn't want to spend too much time with that. First off, the Brooklyn Nets. Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, best duo in the league? Where at? Celtics got them the hell up out of here, bro. Get to the back of the line, Nets. Go ahead and get swept. I did not see that coming. I literally thought that was going to be at least a 6 or 7 game series. Like, I mean, just the fact you have Kevin Durant on your team alone should be enough to get at least one game, right? And then you add Kyrie Irving into that, but y'all suck as the Lakers. I mean, y'all freaking went into this season with with championship aspirations and hopes and stuff. Like Suckers was saying, it was going to be the Lakers versus the Nets in the finals. You had one team in the you had one team in the play-in and one team that didn't even make the play-in. And the one that did made the play-in, they got swept. Expectations versus reality. That's why when suckers be like, oh, Durant is better than LeBron. And I don't want to start this whole LeBron versus KD debate, but you see it. Like that was, to me, that was OKC Durant. Like, to where, like, you know, the games matter, and when things get tight and you can't rely on this freaking Hall of Fame line up and those two light-skinned boys, Steph and Clay and Draymond, so you only have one other all-star player. To me, that it really wasn't even shocking to see that. Now, I didn't think that they would get swept, but that was crazy. Bucks defeated the Bulls, which wasn't shocking. They beat the Bulls 4-1. Even the Bulls got at least a game. My Heat. You had suckers truly believe in Trae Young. Ice Trae was going to give the Heat problems. Why? Because that sucker freaking embarrassed the Knicks in last year's playoffs? The Knicks? You think because he did that he was going to get the Heat problems? Heat got him the hell up out of here. Trae Young had a horrible series. Like, he had a Kevin Durant, Kevin Durant came, I guess, at like the last game where it didn't matter no more. But Trae Young played horribly. Heat beat the Hawks 4-1 as well. Sixers defeated the Raptors 4-2. That was looking a little spooky, because of the history of Doc Rivers. Suckers was like, yo, is this man Doc really about to blow a 3-0 lead? So that was looking a little spooky for a moment, but Sixers won 4-2. Warriors defeated the Nuggets 4-1, man. I feel bad for Jokic because, bro, don't it feel like Jamal Murray has been out for like 5 years, bro? Because I think he tore his Achilles in the bubble, right? Bro, that jump feel like it's been 5 years ago. Like the last time Jamal Murray played, he definitely would have helped. But it's clear as day, like they need Jokic once the playoffs start and a team just has to focus on that specific team and matchups, like Jokic could ball out all he want. It wasn't enough to beat these Warriors. Warriors look scary, man. So, yeah, feel bad for Jokic. This was another MVP-like season he had that probably won't mean nothing because, he got exited early. So, Mavericks defeated the Jazz. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't really watch none of that series. I just wasn't really interested in it. But I just feel like the Jazz have like they're all like once the playoffs start and like the games matter, like they're always that same team that, you know, they can just never put it all together. That I don't know if it was last year or in like the bubble where they was like looking like the team in like the West, but ever since then it's been like a drop off, and I feel like they can just never put it together when games matter. So yeah, Mavericks beat up the Jazz. As soon as Luka came back, it was pretty much wraps. So Suns defeated the Pelicans 4-2. Pelicans really fought, man. I know Devin Booker went down for a bit, but Pelicans, man, to be a young team like that and still have no Zion, who needs to get off the fried chicken, the gumbo, the pizza, and all that different stuff. Pelicans fought, man. They made it a series, so props to them. And the Grizzlies just beat the T-Wolves last night, so they will also be advancing. That was actually a series too, man. But they beat them in 6 games, 4-2. So yeah, now we're moving on to round 2. Bucks and the Celtics. Woo! That's gonna be a series. I ain't gonna lie. Celtics have really impressed me, bro. And it's not just, well, it is because they swept the Nets. But the Nets were horrible, bro. But just the way the Celtics play defense, and the Celtics pretty much remind me of my Heat. Like, they have, like, star players, but not really superstar players, but they play as a team. They don't just rely on 1 or 2 people. Like, they play as a team, and they have great defense. The Celtics literally remind me of the Heat. They really do. So that's why, like, I really respect the Celtics this year. I actually want to see them make a deep playoff run. But that boy on the other side, that boy Giannis, whoo! Hey, man, listen to me. I don't know. I don't know. Now, I know Bucks don't have Middleton right now. I think he's injured. I don't know how he got injured, but he's gonna get his. And the Bucks are still even. And I mean, some could make the case that the Bucks play better without Middleton right now. Like, the Bucks have been looking good, you know. And I know they just played the Bulls, but I got Celtics in 7. Moving on to my 76ers versus the Heat. Well, not my 76ers, but these 76ers versus my Heat. I have one thing that I fear and one thing only. Joel Embiid. That is the only person on that team I fear. I am not worried about James Harden. James Harden has been playing like a Dollar Tree version of James Harden from the Houston Rockets. That sucker don't look nowhere near the same. I only fear Joel Embiid because we really don't have no team really has a matchup for that. So that's really the only dude that I fear on Sixers. He's definitely going to get his, but am I scared of James Harden? James Harden? Nah, bro. I'm just not. My Heat winning in 6. Warriors and Grizzlies. Whoo! The Grizzlies did just kind of struggle with the Timberwolves. Like the Timberwolves was giving it to the Grizzlies in some games. And Ja Morant, it wasn't like he was playing like a monster. Grizzlies were like my wild card going into this playoffs because they're just scary. And they are a good team, but they are young at the same time. And these Warriors, man, Steph, Clay, Poole, Draymond, they got all these other suckers that I can't think of their names right now. Like, good coaching, nice bench. They play defense. They're experienced, got vets. Like, I just feel like the Warriors, even though the Grizzlies are my wild card and they are scary, I just feel like the Warriors have too much experience. At the end of the day, they have too much experience, and they just beat Denver and had to deal with Jokic. I mean, if they could deal with that, man, I mean, what is really Ja Morant gonna do? As much as I like Ja Morant, like, what is that sucker really gonna do when they just had to deal with a MVP like caliber player? I got Warriors in 5, just like they did the Nuggets. Mavericks versus Suns. I feel like the Suns are really trying to right the wrong this year. You know, they made it to the finals last year and they came up short, unfortunately. Chris Paul got a taste of the finals and he was that close to winning the championship ring. Freaking Devin Booker, Jay Crowder, and that whole squad over there. Ain't no Chris Paul like 36 or 7? Like, ain't he the same age as LeBron or close to that? Chris Paul's still playing like he ain't lost a step. So, you know, and I know Luka is a monster. I don't know who gonna really guard him like that. Luka's definitely gonna have his moments, but at the end of the day, I just feel like Suns gonna have too much, and they're gonna win this series in 6. And yeah, I think that is all of the man. I cannot wait, bro. If Celtics really beat the Bucks, like if this plays out how I want, how I expect, and pretty much the first round played out like every prediction that I made first round, I think it went just like. Didn't I say the Celtics would beat the Nets? Yeah, I did say that, but I said in 7 games, not a sweep. But I think every team that I thought would win in the first round actually won. So I'm actually on one right now. If this round 2 actually plays out the way I think it will, and the Heat come face to face with the Celtics, that's gonna be a series. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. These playoffs have been really fun to watch, man. And until my next video, my brothers and sisters, I will see y'all later, all right? Meow.